know Joseph, didn't know the kindness that the Lord had showed him. And he seen them Israelites being another people. He said, hey, man, we got to do something about this. Exodus 1:8. Go ahead and read.
Now there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. And he said unto his people, behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply. And it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land.
So you know this was a spirit on this brother. Here it is, they done dwell with you this long, they ain't did nothing. Now all of a sudden you gonna get scared. They haven't done you nothing but good. They was in the land of Goshen. They wasn't even by you. But now you gonna say, hey man, we gotta deal wisely with them. You understand? They wasn't doing nothing to you. But this was from the Lord. Go ahead and read.
Therefore they did set over them taskmasters, to afflict them with their burden. And they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Python and Ramesses.
Because when you look in Egypt, a lot of Israelites build a lot of that stuff over there. They did it by the hand of our brethren and our forefathers. Go ahead and read.
But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew.
You know, because the brother, he come home, come on, baby, make me happy, because they done beat me all day. Go ahead and read.
And they were grieved because of the children of Israel.
Y'all know that's all the brother can do. He mad when he get off work, man, can't do that. Wife got to come over and pacify you, you know. Make it all worthwhile. Make you want to go to work the next day. Okay, here I go again. You know how it is. Go ahead and read.
And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor.
You know, they served them. They served them hardly. Go ahead and read.
And they made their lives bitter with hard bondage, in mortar and in brick, and in all manner of service in the field. All their service, wherein they made them serve, was with rigor.
That's what that term, you working like a Hebrew slave. That's where this term came from, because they was working them. Go ahead and read.
And the king of Egypt spake to the Hebrew midwives, of which the name of the one was Shiphrah, and the name of the other Puah. And he said, when ye do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew women, and see them upon the stools, if it be a son, then ye shall kill him. But if it be a daughter, then she shall live.
First, they wanted to afflict the people. Maybe that'll stop them being populated. So they seen that wasn't working. So now they're gonna tell the midwives, you know what? When them Israelite sisters having these babies, if it's a man child, kill it. But they knew better than that. Lord wasn't gonna allow that. Go ahead and read.
But the midwives feared God, and did not as the king of Egypt commanded them, but saved the men children alive.
See, when you're afraid of God, you're gonna deal with righteousness. You ain't thinking about doing wrong. I don't care who it is. You know, that's why when you coming in this word of God, when your relative's telling you something that's wrong, you say, man, get out of my face. I fear God. I'm gonna do what's right. Go ahead and read.
And the king of Egypt called for the midwives and said unto them, why have ye done this thing, and have saved the men children alive? And the midwives said unto Pharaoh, because the Hebrew women are not as the Egyptian women, for they are lively and are delivered.
They sure is lively. Just look at some of these videos nowadays. They be lively. What is wrong with them? They just shooting out babies, Go ahead and read.
For they are lively and are delivered ere the midwives come in unto them.
Every time the midwife leaves, here come another one. Everywhere they go, here come another one popped out. They didn't have enough room to kill them. Go ahead and read.
Therefore God dealt well with the midwives, and the people multiplied and waxed very mighty. And it came to pass, because the midwives feared God, that he made them houses.
I just wanted to show you it's a reward for doing what the Lord say do. We're dealing with righteousness, man. Lord reward you, man. All you got to do is keep on doing right. Let's look at it some more. Let's go on into the second chapter. Go ahead and read.
The end of
the 2. Go to 2.
2 and 1. And there went a man of the house of Levi and took to wife a daughter of Levi. And the woman conceived and bare a son. And when she saw him that he was a goodly child, she hid him 3 months.
Now this Levi sister, she had a child. And she hid this child 3 months because Pharaoh was killing all the man-child. He was trying to kill every man because he seen the midwives wasn't doing it. So he made the order to do it. You know what I mean? So they hid the child. Go ahead and read.
And when she could not longer hide him, she took for him an ark of bulrushes, and daubed it with slime and with pitch, and put the child therein. And she laid it in the flags by the river's brink.
Go ahead.
And his sister stood afar off, to wit what would be done to him.
Now they put the baby inside a little makeshift little boat, and then his little sister, and then the older sister was watching and see what happened to the child. Go ahead and read.
And the daughter of Pharaoh came down to wash herself at the river, and her maidens walked along by the river's side. And when she saw the ark among the flags, she sent her maid to fetch it. And when she had opened it, she saw the child, and behold, the babe wept, and she had compassion on him, and said, This is one of the Hebrew children.
You see how the Lord set things up? Always have everything in the right place at the right time. Go ahead and read.
Then said his sister to Pharaoh's daughter, Shall I go and call to thee a nurse?
And had his sister right there on the spot. What, you want me to go get somebody to feed this child? Go ahead and read.
Shall I go and call to thee a nurse of the Hebrew women, that she may nurse the child for thee? And Pharaoh's daughter said to her, Go. And the maid went and called the child's mother.
In other words, she just say, Mama, all right, we in the house now.
Yeah, right.
Go and feed the baby. We all good. Go ahead and read.
And Pharaoh's daughter said unto her, Take this child away and nurse it for me, and I will give thee thy wage.
He even got paid for feeding her own child. That's how good your God is. Make something out of nothing. Not only did he keep the child alive, you got paid. Ain't that something? The Lord will work out things. All you got to do is sit back and do what he say. Go ahead and read.
And the woman took the child and nursed it, and the child grew, and she brought him unto Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her son. And she called his name Moses, and she said, Because I drew him out of the water.
And that is what the name Moses means, to bring up out the water. You know, but here he is right in Pharaoh's house. Now we learned two things here also, though. We learned that the Egyptian was black, so we know this was a black child. And that is a fact. Now let's go look at Jesus' birth. So we see Moses was born and he was dwelling in Egypt, right? Now let's go look at Jesus. Let's go to Matthew, the 2nd chapter. Matthew, the 2nd chapter. Here in Matthew, the 2nd chapter, you know, the Romans had a Idumean king over Israel. Because, you know, after they came back into the land, after they got kicked out, you know, Esau started dealing with what you call Judaism, I mean. Yeah, so they started dealing with it, so they knew some of the ways and the culture of an Israelite. So what Rome did, they put an Edomite king over Israel, which name was King Herod. So then the wise men came up, and they was looking for the king of Israel. So Herod, he want to know, what you mean? I'm the king of Israel. What are you talking about? So we're going to take it up from there. Matthew 2:1. Go ahead and read.
Now when Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea, in the days of Herod the king, behold, there came wise men from the east to Jerusalem.
Now it was 3 wise men, right?
No.
Read that again then, man.
Now when Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea, in the days of Herod the king, behold, there came wise men.
Oh, maybe if we take the R and put it behind the E and say 3 came wise men, maybe we get that, huh? No, it came some wise men. Don't put a number on it, does it? Go ahead and read.
There came wise men from the east to Jerusalem.
Go ahead.
Saying, Where is he that is born King of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east, and are come to worship him. When Herod the king had heard these things, he was troubled, and all Jerusalem with him. Because
when this king got upset, everybody listened. Because you're going to read about this guy. This guy was a madman. He would kill you on the spot. So he was troubled. So all Jerusalem was troubled too. Say, who he going to kill? Go ahead and read.
And when he had gathered all the chief priests and the scribes of the people together, he demanded of them where Christ should be born.
He didn't ask him, did he? He demanded. Hey, where's this Christ that's going to be born? Go ahead and read.
And they said unto him, In Bethlehem of Judea, for thus it is written by the prophets.
Keep on going back to the prophets, right? Yes, for thus it is written by the prophets. Go ahead and read.
And thou, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, art not the least among the princes of Judah. For out of thee shall come a governor that shall rule my people Israel.
Go ahead.
Then Herod, when he had privily called the wise men, he inquired of them diligently what time the star appeared.
So first of all, he want to know, when did this thing happen? When did you see this star? Go ahead and read.
And he sent them to Bethlehem and said, Go and search diligently for the young child, and when ye have found him, bring me word again, that I may come and worship him also.
He wasn't going to worship that child. He was going to kill. Oh, you think you the king? No, I'm the king. Go ahead and read.
When they had heard the king, they departed, and lo, the star which they saw in the east went before them, till it came and stood over where the young child was. When they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceeding great joy.
Go ahead.
And when they were coming to the house, they saw the young child with Mary his mother, and fell down and worshipped him. And when they had opened their treasures, they presented unto him gifts.
Oh, they started giving gifts to each other, right? No, they started giving him gifts, right? Go ahead and read.
Gold and frankincense and myrrh.
And that wasn't no toys, was it? That was good stuff, wasn't it? Gold, frankincense, myrrh, all the stuff we can use. You understand what I'm saying? And it didn't say a date, did it? Go ahead and read.
And being warned of God in a dream, that they should not return to Herod, they departed into their own country another way.
So they said, the Lord let them know, inform them, hey, man, don't go back to where that crazy man is. You go another way to your homeland. Go ahead and read.
And when they were departed, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, Arise and take the young child and his mother, and flee into Egypt. And be thou there until I bring thee word, for Herod will seek the young child to destroy him.
So now we got Moses that lived in Egypt. Now we got Jesus going in Egypt, right? We're going to see what else happened this guy did. Go ahead and read.
When he arose, he took the young child and his mother by night and departed into Egypt.
Go ahead.
And was there until the death of Herod, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken of the Lord by the prophet, saying, Out of Egypt have I called my son. Then Herod, when he saw that he was mocked of the wise men, was exceeding wroth, and sent forth and slew all the children that were in Bethlehem.
So we got another king killing up all the children. How old were they? Go ahead.
And in all the coasts thereof, from 2 years old and under, according to the time which he had diligently acquired of the wise men.
So we got in the days of Moses that all the little babies was killed, all the little man-child was killed. Now we got in the days of Jesus, all the little children are killed, right? Line up, don't it? He said, Moses said, a prophet unto you like me. So they starting off the same way. And Moses, he was in Egypt, right? In the Pharaoh house. And where did Jesus go? Straight into Egypt. Let's go look at some more. Let's go to Acts the 7th chapter, because each one of them knew they had a job to do. Each one of them, Moses knew he had a job to do, and Jesus, he knew he had a job to do. Acts the 7th chapter. I'll pick it up. Here in Acts the 7th chapter, you know, Stephen, the Lord had the Spirit of God on him. And he was preaching that gospel, you know, against them Jews that didn't believe in Jesus. So they trumped up something on him and said he blasphemed against the true and living God. So what they did, they brought him before the council. And he started running that thing down all the way from Abraham all the way down to Jesus. But we're going to look at when he was talking about Moses. Acts 7 and 20. Acts 7 and 20. When you get there, Samson, go ahead and read.
In which time Moses was born and was exceeding fair, and nursed up in his father's house 3 months. And when he was cast out, Pharaoh's daughter took him up and nursed him for her own son. And Moses was learned in all the wisdom of the Egyptians, and was mighty in words and in deeds.
Go ahead.
And when he was full 40 years old, it came into his heart to visit his brethren, the children of Israel.
Because Moses knew he was the Israelite. He knew he was the Israelite. Go ahead and read.
And seeing one of them suffer wrong, he defended him and avenged him that was oppressed, and smote the Egyptian.
So you see a brother out there, he seen this Egyptian whooping on one of his brothers. What he did, he looked back and forth, and he seen wasn't nobody around, so he took him out. You understand? Go ahead and read.
For he supposed his brethren would have understood how that God, by his hand, would deliver them.
See, Moses knew that the Lord was going to use him to deliver Israel out of Egypt. He knew that. The Lord had revealed that to him. Because I know he had to be thinking, why am I in this house? Why am I living large like this? And my brethren out there suffering. He knew the Lord was going to use him. All he had to